Hey guys, welcome back to the 8 marketing principles guaranteed to grow your business. Today's episode number 1, have a profitable and scalable business model. And you're going to see exactly why that's so critical. Let's get right into it. In today's startup world that we're living in, you often hear two pieces of advice given to people who want to start a business. The first is about solving a real problem that your potential customer might have. And the second is to assemble an all-star team of really great people who will be able to solve any obstacle that comes their way. Now, while both of those factors are critical, and you'll see them in later principles, I think there's one thing that needs to be taken into account before those, and that is having a good business model. What do I mean by having a good business model? It boils down to simply two things. It's either being able to have economies of scale the more you grow, i.e. you're able to lower your cost per sale, or it's the ability to be able to keep up with increased volume demands, basically to allow you to continue selling more and more to more customers, to be able to have the capacity to fulfill that. If you fail on either of those, or worse, both of those, what you will often end up is in a situation where the more you sell, the more you lose. And you definitely don't want to be in one of those. One of my past clients was a fitness startup. They had a great idea, a subscription service to allow a user to access an unlimited amount of fitness classes per month. Great value to a user, right? The business model was simple. They would collect X amount of money every month, a fixed amount every month from a user, and in return that user could use any of the services. Every time a user used one of those services, the fitness startup would pay a fixed fee to the provider of that service. That's where the problem starts. They were collecting a finite amount, but they were paying out potentially an unlimited amount. Because the more a user used the service, the more expensive it became for them to support that user. So this is where the business model failed them. And it became a situation where the more they grew, the more money they were losing. Good for them that they had that good team and that they were able to then pivot and come up with a new solution. So all was not lost. But if they had paid attention to the business model at the start, they could have saved time and a lot of money wasted in terms of figuring out that process as they went along. So how do you ensure that you have a business model that is both profitable and scalable? Simple. It boils down to one fundamental thing. As you start out your business, or as you're in the very early stages, prototyping, and before you invest a lot of money in getting in new customers and customer acquisition marketing, make sure that you consider two things. Number one, ensure that you have the ability to lower your cost per sale as you get in more customers or make more sales. That involves ideally having a cost structure that is fixed, which allows you therefore to amortize that cost the more customers you bring in, thus increasing your profit per sale. The second aspect is make sure that you're not constrained by finite resources that you're either not going to be able to get no matter what you do, or will become too expensive to increase based on your price point to your user. So what are finite resources? Things, for example, like people, getting in new people to support the new services you have to provide, or space constraints, or money, just not having enough money to, for example, buy an inventory to be able to sell to customers. And finally, of course, the ultimate finite resource, time. And this is the bane of a lot of freelancers, where we trade our time in return from a fee from a customer. But the problem with that is time, no matter what we do, is not something that we can increase. So you need to figure out strategies to overcome this. And this is where we can get into areas like passive income and developing products that can sell without you being present. But that's another topic for another day. So in summary, ensure that your business model is both profitable and scalable, and you'll be gold and ready to hit the other principles and start growing your business in a successful way. I'll see you for episode number 2 coming up soon. In the meantime, take care and good luck with all your marketing efforts. Ciao.